Today is day 151 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on at 63% of the way through PHP here at Codecademy. Day 151 marks the 5 months completed mark, so that's good. That's pretty cool. Tomorrow marks the beginning of the 6th month of this weird journey. Kitty, you are blocking everything in the most efficient form possible. Good, good, good. Okay, and your foot is clicking on the right click function, your toes and everything. Thank you. Are you just, you're totally, yeah, good. Okay, she's out of the frame. All right, good. Cat moved. What do we have? We've got audio, checkity check, webcam, good, little kitty, golden. We've got the chat open, and we have Codecademy. I think we've got everything we need to continue our adventure. So, Cat, I am looking directly into your colon. If you could just move that out of my way. PHP, and you're blocking things. Oh, you're the worst. Okay, good. Wow. You were just perfectly in the way of everything. So, yesterday we finished Functions Part 1, which took what felt like forever. It was only an hour and a half for Functions Part 1. But the day before, day 149, we were able to do section 4, 5, and 6 in the same hour and a half time frame that it took us to do section 7. So I'm not sure if Functions in PHP Part 2 is going to take equally as long. I hope not, but regardless, we don't have that much time to stream tonight, so we're going to try and make it as short as possible to get through section 8. With that said, let's go ahead and dive in to section 8, Functions in PHP Part 2. All right. There are... Little kitty, you were literally blocking the whole, like, left 2/3 of the monitor. All I can see is the white results box. Okay, that's slightly better now that you've moved out of the way. I can at least read their little anecdote. Function refresher. Actually, you know what? Hold that thought. Just kidding for a moment. All right, crisis averted. Go time. We're good. Mic and camera. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. From the top, function. Why is the mouse stuck? It's Codecademy. Always slow. Okay. From the top, function refresher. Don't repeat yourself. This is a very simple yet fundamental principle in programming. Whenever you feel the need to rewrite a block of code, remember that it can probably be written as a function instead. You've seen some PHP built-in functions, but you can also define your own. By using one function instead of several blocks of the same code, you can reduce the amount of clutter in your document and keep the code neat and tidy. Instructions. Let's do a little review. On line 8, use the string length function to echo the number of characters in your name. Let's go ahead and set up our name variable. You know what? No. String length. Is it string length or is I think it's the upper and the lower case functions that can be applied directly to the print. You don't need to set up a variable for them. Oh god, we're falling apart. We are falling apart. Hopefully we can make it through day 151 alive. Maybe this all comes to a crashing end at the end of 5 months. Who knows? We're about to find out. We're going to go ahead and do name, set up a variable. BDX Inc. followed by, what are we going to do? We're going to echo string length. Yes, string length name. Do. And we're running that. Do they like that? Yeah, they like what we did. Start next lesson. Cool. All right. That is onwards to section 2 of 7. Way cool. Good times. Function syntax. The typical structure of a function is as follows. Function, name, parameters, statement. Alright, fairly straightforward. 1. The keyword function indicates that the code following it will be a user-defined function. 2. Name indicates the name of a function, which is case insensitive. The name of a function can contain numbers, letters, underscores, or dashes. 3. The arguments or parameters will be the optional input a function uses to perform calculations. 4. And of course, the statements themselves will be the code the function executes when it is called. Instructions. Take a look at the hello world function to the right. It takes no parameters, and when called, it will simply print the string hello world. Press save and submit to continue to the next exercise. Take a look at hello world. We are looking HTML, head, body, paragraph, function hello world, echo hello world. It takes no parameters. Parentheses are empty and soulless, just like little kitty. And when called, it will simply print hello world. Thus the echo and the phrase. Beautiful. And here we call it hello world, blankety blank, followed by the almighty semicolon. And that will spit out exactly what we want it to. Now that we've looked over all that, let's march on to section 3. Your first function. Writing our name can be a dull task when we don't have fun functions to help out. In this exercise, we'll be writing our very first user-defined PHP function that will do just that for us. On line 10, write a function called displayName, displayNam, that takes no parameters and will echo a string that contains your name. Check out the hint if you need help. Write a function below. So we will do function, display name, parentheses, curly stuff, and I think a semicolon for good measure. You know what? I don't think there's a semicolon there. I think here we just do, what do we want? We want it to echo. I guess we need to set up our name variable again. Typical. Name. Name. Oh, that's not right at all. Equals, quotes, semicolon, Stuven. And then we will be calling it. And we will do display name blah. Yeah, try that on for size. Oh god, undefined variable. Name line 12. They do not like what we suggested. Oh, why do we have it in parentheses? That's all kinds of weird, right? Yeah, nobody wants that. Echo something. Quotes? No? Why does this feel awful? Display something. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Function display name will echo. Here's the thing. We're going to do name here, but something's up. I've made it stupidly. Does that make sense? There's a lot of redundancies going on. Let's go ahead and check the hint. Function name parameter statement. We've got that. Oh, did they not want us to call it? They just want us to set it up? Is that the issue? Maybe that's the issue. Let's try that. They're happy with that. Okay, so that's what I was trying to be ahead of the curve, calling the function. They just wanted us to set up said function. There we go. Okay, onwards. Section 4 of 7. That's pretty good. The fact that we made it to the halfway point. And it's only taken not that long. Again, yesterday's single lesson, which was 7 or 8 parts, took an hour and a half. It was brutal. There was a lot of confusion, a lot of needless pain. But that's really what we've perfected over the last 150 days, is just our infinite capacity to be confused. So, calling your function, defining our function, makes it available for us to use, but we aren't using it until we call it. See that? I knew that was lurking in the wind. Now we get to deal with it. To call a function, simply type the name of the function followed by any parameters. Function name parameters. Instructions. On the line after your function, try calling it. Where are you going, little cat? Are you going below the desk? Are you assuming the napping position? Yeah, you're assuming the napping position. Uh-oh. Your tail and fur is making me want to sneeze. The people in the audience are beware, you're in the splash zone if I sneeze, so brace yourselves. Okay. Little cat, will you just retract your freaking claws and move into a normal place on my lap? Alright. Little kitty is dealt with. She's good. Now we need to make section 4 good. Instructions. On the line after your function, try calling it. You should see your name display in the result panel. Okay. Display nom. Yeah. And they're pissed. Why are they pissed? Typical, right? What would I do if I was a function and I wanted to be displayed? What we would... something. Maybe we need a bigger hat? See this? Display name. Something. Your name here. Am I doing this wrong? I want it to spit our name out. Is this not needed? Oh, that's not needed. That's not needed. This is like we're trying to set up Inception, but we haven't done... We set up our multiple dream layers incorrectly. That was a stupid setup. This... Yeah. There you go. Look at that. That's functional. Okay, that's what we wanted. Save and submit. green check mark. Problem resolved. The city is no longer up in flames. All right. The return keyword. The Mummy 2, the return of the keyword. Instead of printing something to the screen, what if you wanted to make it the value that the function outputs so it can be used elsewhere in your program? In PHP, the return keyword does just that. It returns to us a value that we can work with. The difference between this and echo or print is that it doesn't actually display the value. Think of it like a calculator solving a mathematical problem that takes several steps to complete. The value from each step is computed, but we don't see the result until we get the final answer. In other words, each value is returned, and the final answer is echoed on screen for us. Instructions: on line 8, write a function called return name that returns your name. Notice how nothing is displayed. Notice how nothing is displayed in the result panel. Even though it's not visible, calling our function will still give us back our string. We just haven't done anything with it yet. So, with that said, we're doing something. What now? I blanked out right around the word even and just forgot all of this. Okay, there's bold and italic stuff here, so let's read from here. On line 8, which is the closing tag, so probably line 7, I think is what they're looking for. Write a function called return name. Yes. Okay, cool. We are just struggling breathing right now. That's all right. We've gone over this before. Breathing is for winners, and right now we're losing, so deal with it. Return name. Something's missing. Little cat. What are we missing? Function. We are missing function. Function return name, soulless parentheses, followed by their friends, curly braces, the curly twins, as they're referred to on the streets. Echo. That doesn't feel right. Return. There we go. That's why we're doing return. Return. Yeesh. Return something. I wonder if they want us to call it or if we're just setting up the return. That's another toughie. Not sure how they want that one played out. Let's do return BDX this time. If they don't like this, then we will set up the call. So run, save and submit. Aha, it worked. Take that, Codecademy. Parameters and arguments. Functions wouldn't be. What are we on? We're on 6 of 7. We are nearing the end. Thank God. Okay. Parameters and arguments. Functions wouldn't be nearly as useful if they weren't able to take in some input. This is where parameters or arguments come in. These are variables or inputs that a function uses to perform calculations. Functions: square value, number, echo, dollar number multiplied by dollar number. $n equals 6, square value, $n. Echoes 36. So we set up our formula, then we actually plug in values here, and then shove it in to the call for the function. So the function square value above takes one parameter, which multiplies by itself, then echoes the result. The name of the parameters themselves are used internally within the function, so they should be named something helpful. You can also use multiple parameters as long as they are separated by commas. Instructions. 1. Write a function called greetings. 2. It should take name as a parameter. The function should echo a string as equal, greetings, blah, blah, blah. Great, yes, good, exclamation stuff. Then call greetings with your name to test it out. All right, we're going to take it from the top over here. let's do, you know what, our face is all kinds of drippy and confused, and we are struggling. We are in a state of decay. Don't mind me. Oh god. Oh god. Here, I'll spare you from having to view this. Do. Ugh, death. Alright. Mostly alive. Cat fur. Oh god. Alright. It's just everywhere. This is your fault, little cat. This is all your fault. What are we looking at? We are looking at the instructions for section 6. Alright, write a function called greetings. Copying function greetings parameter curliness space and some type of keyword with a semicolon. Now we will be calling greetings down here. Let's see how this goes for us. Alright, so write a function called greetings. It should take $name as a parameter. You got it. $name. Typical. 3, the function should echo a string equal to blah blah blah. Copy. So we will be echoing. Echo. Greetings, comma, space, end quote, period, $name, period, exclamation, followed by our trusty semicolon. So there's that. We're goodish there. Then call your greetings with your name to test it out. Okay, so we're going to do $name. No, wait, no. Oh, and it's been a while since we've had to deal with functions. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we've gone through so many different languages the last, I don't know, couple days, weeks, where we just haven't had a lot of hands-on time with functiony activities. SQL, that's right. We made it. We had to go through that labyrinth of SQL for the last couple days, week or so, 2-ish weeks maybe. Yeah, all 3 SQL courses, and there wasn't a lot of functions going on in the different queries we had to do. So that's that. But anyways, so back into functiony things. Okay, here we go. So back into it. So it doesn't need to be name. That was another thing when we were first through all the other languages we had learned over the last 150 days, was dealing with the fact that setting up the function was setting up the rule set. Here, when we go to call it, the parameter does not need to be the same as the rule set. That's why up here, they're dealing with numbers in the function, the set of rules, versus $n is really what we're going to be dealing with down here. So I think we're actually going to do $n as our variable as well. Do $n, and we will do BDX Inc. Or, I guess we did BDX Inc. in the last activity. We'll do our name. We'll do Steven this time. Steven. Yes, good. All right, let's go ahead and save and submit code. And a happy, healthy green check mark for everyone. No one caught on fire in Section 6. Thank God. On to Section 7, which is the end. We'll get to read through all that. Hey, Cajun Turkey. How's your night going? I'm so sorry you went through SQL. That's quite all right. Fortunately, their SQL courses here at Code Academy were good. You know, they were definitely more on the insightful side of the spectrum versus the painful side. I wish Ruby and Python. I wish those courses, like, those are big kind of languages and important skill sets, but the activities, the way they had the instructions and the activities currently set up, they are updating their courses to fix that. But when I just recently went through Ruby and Python here at Code Academy, it was just not a good fit for the lessons they had, how things get done. SQL, on the other hand, all 3 different courses, pretty good, not gonna lie. Not as good as SAS. I think SAS is still my favorite lesson or language and course that I've done here at Code Academy, but SQL's okay. That was in the successful club. So, good times. Good times. All right, what are we doing? We are tackling Section 7 of Lesson 8, Practice Makes Perfect, and then we will close down the stream, and 5 months down will be complete with day 151. Good times. All right. So, hopefully throughout these exercises, you have learned the basics of defining and calling your own functions using PHP. To summarize this section, we are going to have to take all of what we learned and apply it once more. Good. A culmination of our newly found skills. All right. 1. Write a function called AboutMe. 2. It takes 2 parameters, name and age. It should echo, hello, my name is $name, and I am $age years old. Call your function to check out the results panel to see if it works. No, we don't really need that. Okay, well, we'll get there. Okay. Their hint is no different than this, really. What are we looking for? We need to set up the function. We need to set up our function AboutMe. Do function about Steven. 2 parameters. We're gonna need 2 dragons. This is gonna get weird. Starsky and Hutch? No? That's okay. You'll see it one day. Yeah, what are we totally blanked. What are we doing? Oh, we're echoing. We're echoing their sentence. Now, we could concatenate this, and I kind of feel like we should. Not sure how I feel about it. I think it's actually necessary. I don't know if it's clever, if PHP is clever enough to read through the quotes and drop in name and age. I think we do actually have to break it up in quotes and then with the periods for the name and age. We're going to try testing and just sort of forge ahead without that. Because that's how we learn, by falling on our face. And we have fallen on our face for the last 150 plus days. Because that's what we're good at. Learning the hard way. Yeah. All right. So we've got $name, $age, and something that rhymes with function. I think we're good. Let's do about me, a boot for our Canadian friends. Me. Okay, name. BD. Oh, they're gonna want quotes for that. We all know they're gonna want quotes. BDX Inc. Hopefully this is one of those activities that accepts the underscore. We've run into it plenty of times where the underscore makes them frustrated and we can't pass. 26. And, oh, no, we don't need that there. We need to, well, can we do that? Yeah, we can do that. We don't have to state the variable like we did last time. Because we have about me. You know what? And thinking about it, last time, I don't even think we needed to set up variables before. We could have just done this. We could have just done this. Interesting. I'm just reflecting on that. Good to know. Good to know. So let's go ahead and concatenate this. Yeah, that's right. Concatenation. So name dollar quote and quote again. God, this is weird. Period. It's so much easier to visualize in JavaScript with the plus sign because it just makes sense. The period thing, I don't know why. I feel like I'm sending a message in a bottle or Morse code. Yeah, definitely feels more like Morse code with the dots. But we need a semicolon after that nightmare. That's what we need. Yeah. Oh, no. We have spacing issues. Why do we have spacing issues? Oh, because name had punctuation, the comma next to it. This, age, is right next to years, so we need to shove a space in there. That's much better. BDX Inc. 26 years old. Hot damn, I think we made it out alive. Let's go ahead and save and submit code. Look at that. Congratulations, you finished the course functions part 2. A successful ending to day 155. We're ending on a high note for our 5 months of coding and learning to stream. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Next, we'll go ahead and take a gander what's on the horizon for day 152. Objects in PHP. Objects are a combination of data, variables, and actions functions. In this course, we'll cover how PHP objects work and learn how to create our own. Start lesson. What's object-oriented programming? PHP is an object-oriented programming language, which means that you can create objects which can contain variables and functions. When talking about objects, you refer to variables belonging to these objects as properties or attributes or fields, and functions are called methods. These objects are essential when dealing with PHP, as almost everything is an object. For example, functions or arrays are objects too. And this shows us why we use objects. We can bundle our functions and data in one place. We can create objects easily using classes, object constructors, so we can create lots of instances, objects which have been constructed via a class, which contain mostly the same data, except some little nuances. On the right, there's a person class and one instance stored in $me on line 32. Then the greet method of the $me object is called, and the result is echoed on line 35. Then the style sheet adds some color to the results. Try to understand the code on the right. Don't worry if some of it is tricky. We'll go over it, then press save and submit code. How many sections they have? So for tomorrow, there will be 10 sections that we get to tackle, if not more. Good time. So that is what is on the horizon for tomorrow. Day 152. Today is day 151. Yes, we're losing it. It's late. It's 12:30 at night. So all the more reason to power this down. So we are concluding. We're going to check out our closing stats as we conclude day 151. Let's go ahead and back out. Loading. We are concluding day 151 of the year of streaming and learning to code at 72% of the way through PHP with 1,757 points to our name and view profile, 251 badges. Good times. All right, so 5 months of Codecademy, chipping away bit by bit every day since the beginning of the year. This is what it looks like. So for those wondering, that's that. All right, awesome. Well, thank you to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream. Cajun Turkey, thank you for stopping by. And to any and all viewers who may have accidentally stumbled in here to view the stream, thank you to you as well. Any and all views are greatly appreciated. Let's go ahead and back out of Codecademy, dive into OBS to stop the stream. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 152. But in the meantime, closing down. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Hell yeah. Kill it.